I feel compelled to read the bios of these four amazing women. Bear with me, because even though we mentioned their names, each one of them have compelling biographies, backgrounds, and I think it'll be inspiring for people of all ages. Dorothy Johnson Vaughan. She was born September 20th, 1910, in Kansas City, Missouri. She and her family moved to West Virginia when she was 8. Dorothy received a full scholarship to Wilberforce University, a historically black college in Ohio, where she graduated at age 19 with a degree in mathematics education. She married Howard Vaughan in 1932 and had 6 children. After college, Dorothy worked as a high school math teacher in Farmville, Virginia. In 1943, she began her job at Langley Memorial Aeronautical Laboratory in Hampton, Virginia. She worked as a mathematician and computer, later becoming NASA's first African-American supervisor. When machine computers were introduced at Langley, Dorothy learned the programming language Fortran and taught it to her staff. She died in 2008 at age 98. Mary Winston Jackson. Mary was born April 9th, 1921 in Hampton, Virginia. She graduated with highest honors from the all-black Phoenix High School, then graduated from Hampton Institute in 1942 with degrees in mathematics and physical science. She taught math at an all-black high school in Maryland for a year before taking a job as a bookkeeper back in her hometown. She married Levi Jackson Sr., and they had 2 children. Mary began working as a computer at Langley Memorial Aeronautical Laboratory in 1951. She worked in supersonic wind tunnel, studying the impact of wind forces that were nearly twice the speed of sound. In order to be promoted to engineer, she needed to take graduate level courses in physics and math. She had to petition the city of Hampton, Virginia for permission to attend the classes because they were held at a whites-only high school. She completed the classes, and in 1958, she became the first female African-American aerospace engineer at NASA. Late in her career, Mary took a position in NASA's Equal Opportunity Office, where she worked to support the careers of other women and minorities. She volunteered for more than 30 years as a Girl Scout leader. She died in 2005 at age 83. I tell you, keep on being inspired. Catherine Coleman Goebel Johnson. Catherine was born August 26, 1918, in White Sulphur Springs, West Virginia. Her community did not offer public school for African Americans after 8th grade, so her family arranged for her to attend the high school run by West Virginia State Institute, 125 miles away. She completed high school at age 14, oh my goodness, and went to West Virginia State College, graduating summa cum laude at age 18 with degrees in mathematics and French. In 1939, she married her first husband, Jimmy Goebel, and they had 3 children. Jimmy Goebel died of a brain tumor in 1956. Catherine married James Johnson in 1959. Catherine taught high school math before beginning work as a computer at Langley Memorial Aeronautical Laboratory in Hampton, Virginia in 1953. Her expertise in analytic geometry earned her a place in a flight research division. She worked on the flight trajectories, the flight paths for Project Mercury, the program that sent the first American astronaut into space. You remember Mae Jemison? Yeah, Dr. Mae Jemison. You know she was a pediatrician, an engineer. Oh my goodness, genius. All right. Or was she an ER? The point is, she was a physician. She worked on the flight trajectories, the flight paths for Project Mercury, the program that sent the first American astronaut into space. Astronaut John Glenn specifically requested that Catherine double-check the computer's calculations of his spacecraft's orbit around the Earth. She also contributed calculations to the 1969 Apollo 11 mission to the moon. And Dr. Christine Mann-Darden. Christine was born September 10, 1942 in Monroe, North Carolina. She had an early interest in understanding how things worked, and as a child, she repeatedly took apart and rebuilt her bicycle. She graduated as high school valedictorian in 1958. She went to Hampton Institute on a scholarship and graduated in 1962 with a degree in mathematics education. In 1963, she married Walter Darden Jr. She had 2 children and briefly taught high school math. She earned a master's degree in aerosol physics from Virginia State University. She earned her doctorate in mechanical engineering from George Washington University in 1973. In 1967, Christine Darden began working at Langley. She became an expert on sonic booms, the sound associated with shock waves created when an object travels through the air faster than the speed of sound. She designed a computer program that could simulate sonic booms and helped improve designs of aircraft flying at supersonic speeds. Now you understand why I had to come back and give their bios. 1903, Wright brothers made the first powered flight. 1915, the federal government established a National Advisory Committee for Aeronautics, NACA. 1935, the first female computers are hired at Langley Memorial Aeronautical Laboratory. My mom was around too. In 1943, Dorothy Vaughan starts working at NACA, where she stays until 1971. In 1943, first African-American female computers are hired at Langley Memorial Aeronautical Laboratory. 1951, Mary Jackson starts working at NACA, where she stays until 1985. In 1953, Katherine Johnson starts working at NACA, where she stays until 1986. When I graduated, 1954, Supreme Court Brown versus Board of Education decision rules that it is unconstitutional to have schools separate for black and white students. In 1957, Soviet Union launches the Sputnik satellite. 1958, NASA replaces NACA. In 1961, Soviet cosmonaut Yuri Gagarin orbits Earth. 1962, John Glenn orbits Earth. 1967, Christine Darden starts working at NASA, where she stays until 2007. In 1967, Neil Armstrong, Edwin Buzz Aldrin become first humans, both of them, to land on the moon. That's why I tell you, if you're not inspired, I don't know what to inspire you. Go do great things. And remember, brilliance, tenacity, resilience is in you.